All right, well, I have an edifice complex today, so I'm going to stick with real estate. A Miami architect makes his name designing homes that fade into the landscape or even disappear into the sky. The trick, it is all in the materials. Candace Jackson, one of WSJ's superstar real estate reporters, she's right now here to explain. Hey.
Hello.
I'm fascinated by this. So Rene Gonzalez, I'm pronouncing his first name correctly.
Yes, that's right.
He built one of the most expensive homes ever sold in Miami-Dade County.
Yeah, it was the most expensive home. It sold for $47 million, and he was the architect behind the house. It was actually commissioned by a spec builder, believe it or not.
And he built it, you sort of describe it, Candace, to disappear almost into the landscape. How was the home designed?
He has a very unique style. He described that home as conceptual in style, and it's meant to sort of, fade into the landscape. The house is all about sort of the views around it, and it's designed across a series of koi ponds and swimming pools.
And that's it, we're looking at it right now?
Yeah, that's a view of it there. It overlooks the Biscayne Bay, and it's just meant to kind of blur the lines between indoor and outdoor living. There's a courtyard with landscaped walls. It's very unusual.
And very expensive, $47 million,
very
as you
pricey.
said. He specializes in these sort of buildings that can disappear into nature, and glass is another one. This is a condominium development that's in Miami Beach. Describe a little bit about the materials he's using to make glass work.
Yeah, well, as the name indicates, it is a building of glass, and this is his first condo, and he likes this material because it's sort of can again help that interaction between indoor and outdoor living, and it actually is supposed to appear to kind of fade as it goes up. It's 18 floors and just 10 residences,
wow.
So they're very large.
So how does that work with glass? I mean, technically, is it sort of that it's kind of muted, or it has a texture at the bottom of it, and then it's more opaque? How does it work?
It's a fritted glass, which has like sort of a opaque material on it, so that gets less intense as it goes up, basically.
And what else inside the building? Like, what kinds of designs is he doing in the interior parts of glass?
It's a very unusual building. There's going to be an interactive video art installation in the elevators. There's 6 floors of amenities, swimming pool, that sort of thing. All the apartments open up to huge terraces on the outside. They have, 2,500 square feet of terrace space in some cases. So yeah, there's a lot. And it's costly, of course.
I wonder, it's always with these designs that are so fascinating when we talk about them. Then people go and they buy them and they have to live in them. How do they walk that balance between being too creative and livable? How does that work?
Yeah, I think that's why people have been hiring him, is because he, basically this is another spec building, right? He's designing for people he doesn't know, and he wants to the developers want to pay, between $8 and $35 million for these units. So he tries to make the spaces very livable, he says. I mean, the style probably isn't for everyone, that everyone wants to live in a building of glass, but for those who really like that architecturally, innovative kind of look, it might be appealing.
And if you're going to live near the water, you can't beat glass. Just need some good solar shades.
Yeah, the water's a good view. You can't deny that.
Candace Jackson, more in the mansion section. Thanks so much for giving us a preview.
Thanks for having me.